Welcome back, hockey fans, to Week 9 of Steger's NHL Hockey Highlights package, the week before finals. We're starting with the Sharks' visit to Calgary, both teams needing a win to qualify. It's just a horrendous start for the Sharks, straight from the face-off. Loose puck, Toffoli picks it up, finds Backlund in the centre, he gets it in behind Reimer for an early 1-0 Calgary lead. And not long after, it was very nearly 2-0. Reimer, a great save off Backlund. And let me just quickly mention the Calgary kit. I love the Flaming Horse kit. But back to the action, and just have a look at the pressure that San Jose apply now. Markstrom stands strong in the net. Just watch here how Tino Miner finds his captain Couture. Markstrom gets a piece of it before it's a post. And have a look what it leads to. Right wing, Toffoli, his favourite spot. Just like that, it's 2-0 after San Jose pressure up the other end. But to their credit, the Sharks' heads don't go down. Just have a look. LeBlanc, he finds Vlasic. Vlasic's one-timer, makes it 2-1. A great shot here from Vlasic. Turns, shoots. Markstrom wasn't in bad shape, but that gap on the far side was all that was needed. 2-1. And right before the end of the period, Captain Couture almost levels it up, off the post in behind Markstrom. Early in the second period now, and just look how locked in Reimer is. Great save off Toffoli first up, and then another one here off Dubé. Keeps the score at 2-1. But just look at this. Coach killer, Carlson, he just flips one, middle of the ice. Dubé, straight on it. Reimer's not expecting that. Not much he can do. It's set up perfectly. You couldn't have asked for a better gift. That's going to be a tough skate back to the bench for Erik Karlsson. Fortunately for the Sharks, they still had Reimer in goal, and he stops several shots here towards the end of the period to keep the score close at 3-1. In fact, both goalies are at their best. Markstrom here at the end of the second period. Watch how Hertl has several opportunities, but Markstrom denies all three. Final one leads us into the third period. Early in the third, and both teams exchange chances early. First, Calgary off the post, and then watch as San Jose's pressure leads to a couple of good saves from Markstrom. It's Couture again. He times up with LeBlanc on the left wing. But for all their good work and pressure, the Sharks aren't rewarded on the scoreboard, and that's all that matters. Like a thief in the night, Christopher Tanev, he takes a puck off Myers' stick, shoots from distance, and makes it 4-1 to the Calgary Flames. With their season just about over, you wouldn't have blamed the Sharks for tossing it in, but they don't. They keep working hard. Both Couture and Meyer shots on Markstrom, but he's up to the task. This could have easily been 4-2, if not 4-3, but it still remains 4-1. But for all their effort, the Sharks are let down by the defence again. This time it's Vlasic. He provides another gift. I know it's a season of giving, but come on. This makes it 5-1. Backlund couldn't believe his lucky stars. He just has to turn, shoot. Reimer's not even ready for this one. Indicative of how this game went, let's finish with similar highlights. The Sharks attacking, this time through LeBlanc and Hertl. Once again, Markstrom up for the challenge, and then the Flames finish it off with their sixth goal. This is Backlund's hat-trick. Well, I think it's his hat-trick. He might have had more than that, but there's at least 3. Now let's head out to Desert Country, where the Coyotes are hosting the Avalanche. The Avs looking to consolidate their position on Lexi's table, and the Coyotes, well, they just have to win to give themselves any chance to get through as Chris's team. And it's a home team with a nervous start as the Avs mount early pressure. McKinnon ringing one off the crossbar. The Avs have made a habit of starting fast in this tournament, and it continues here with the feed from Tays onto McKinnon, and he shoots and he scores. Breaking it down, it's a good shot from McKinnon, but Vermelk was a little sideways on that one. Had to square up. 1-0 to the Avs. But the goal might have been just the rocket the Coyotes needed. They get back into it. First to Schmaltz off the post. Not long after that, a long shot from Moser. It's dealt with by Georgiev, but it's 1-0 to the Avs heading into the second. Fortunately for the Coyotes, Vermelk has dialed in the second. He stops Cogliano on a couple of shots, front and centre. That last Vermelka save off Nichushkin leads to the Coyotes' first goal. It's Moser who delivers the dish to Schmaltz, and Schmaltz, who's been in cracking form all tournament, he finished as well. It's 1-1 now and a new game. Soon after, Georgiev denies Bukestad. He's been as dependable as a Marine's haircut. And that last Georgiev save turns out to be significant as Tays finds McKinnon. McKinnon finds the net for his second goal. And what could have easily been 2-1 to the Coyotes is now 2-1 to the Avs, and the Coyotes are chasing the game again. And Georgiev, well, they got him to beat, and that's not easy. A few reminders here leading into the third period of how difficult it's going to be for the Coyotes to come back. But come back they do. Just watch Moser. He's having a game. He shoots from distance, gets it past Georgiev. To be fair, Georgiev wasn't in bad shape, but look at the power of the shot. He pushes his stick back, off the post and in. 2-2. A Keller shot rings off the post not long after, almost 3-2, and then smashes again. He shuffles the puck forward. Good save from Georgiev, and watch what it leads to. It's Bukestad. He jumps on that puck. And it's a great finish from the big man. He gives the Coyotes their first lead of the game. But Georgiev doesn't let it faze him. He makes a great save here off Chychrun. He uses Makar as a screen, but Georgiev's up to the task. Georgiev denies Keller from the right wing, and watch Keller try and combine with Schmaltz here. But the pass doesn't quite find his stick, and Makar intercepts it, shoots from distance, but Vejmelka makes a great save. It ends 3-2, and the Coyotes look like they're going through. Now let's head to Florida for the Predators' visit to the Sunshine State. Nashville playing for pride at this point, but the Florida Panthers, they're looking for goals, and they get one early through Barkov. He's a sniper, and he doesn't need that much room to score, and he gets this one past Saros early. Saros wasn't in bad shape, but a good shot from Barkov to give the Florida Panthers the early lead. And while this next action unfolds, I want to take note of the Predators' home kit for this game. They've taken us on a journey back to pre-2011 when they had the navy and silver kit, looking sharp. And though their kit might have been looking sharp, their play wasn't. In fact, the Panthers had the run of the play for the best part of this game. Seems like the Nashville Predators were already thinking about their golf game. Niederreiter shot there, just drifting past the right-hand post. It's not long after, though, that the score goes to 2-0, with Hornqvist shot from the right-hand boards, gets past Saros, hits the post, unfortunately for Saros, off his backside, back into the goal for the 2-0 Florida lead, taking us into the second period. The Predators, though, they've been competitive all season. Niederreiter, he's trying to spark something from that right-hand side. He shoots off the post, nearly 2-1. Then the Preds get a bit of luck themselves. First, the shot off the post, then Hornqvist, good save from Saros, and then just watch Bennett. He hits at both posts. It stays 2-0, and the Predators are still in it until then. Let's have a close look. A clearing puck comes off Tolvanen's stick, straight on the stick of Ekblad, and he's done this before. Shoots from distance, in behind Saros, to give the Calgary Flames a 3-0 lead. Johansson coming close there from the feed from Tolvanen, but it still remains 3-0. The Predators just couldn't get that goal to break the ice for them, and Hornqvist here, he's unlucky, rings one off both posts, in behind Saros. Bobrovsky denying Johansson late for a 3-0 lead going into the third period. Granlund going close here, and if that had gone in, 3-1 could have given the Nashville Predators a bit of a sniff, but Bobrovsky stayed strong. He kept a clean sheet. Saros was also good in the final period. Denying Barkov, and then a little bit of fortune here. The shot from Hornqvist comes off the far post, but good positioning from Saros. He finishes with a couple of fine saves to keep it at 3-0, but that's the end of the Predators season. Now here's a snapshot of our final standings from our running table. And while it was handy using this application each week so I didn't have to write out the table by hand, it still had its drawbacks. You may have noticed that the teams with an overtime loss weren't credited with a point. So I've gone old school pen and paper just to show you exactly where each of our best team finished. You can see all of Luke's teams went undefeated, and it was only Boston getting through by the slimmest of margins on goal difference. Lexi's best team, Colorado, and Chris's Arizona, they'll meet in a one-off elimination final to take on the Boston Bruins in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Join us next time for the elimination final between the Desert Dogs and the Avs to see who takes on the Bruins. In the meantime, you remember, if you don't shoot, you don't score.